Bonjour y'all, my name is Brita, and today on Witches Unite I am updating all of you on the open letter that several of us Witches Unite community leaders wrote, and also next steps that we are taking. So first, a quick look at the overall response to the open letter. If you are here at my YouTube channel and if you have commented on my past videos, then thank you so much for being here and thank you so much for your support. Y'all's response to the open letter has been great. All of you understand that this was not an easy undertaking. This took a great deal of time and a great deal of effort, not just by me, but by the 20 other people who are involved in this. And so I think y'all understand that we did the best that we could. So thank you for that. Not all responses have been positive, but they indicate that it's just not possible to please everybody, because some players thought that the letter was too long and had too many details. Other players were frustrated that we did not include more bugs and more complaints from the community, and other players thought we should have included extensive documentation that all of the bugs we did list have been previously reported through the Wizards Unite forums. Those goals are not really compatible with each other. If you please one set of those players, then you would only further irritate the other two sets. So again, the group of Wizards Unite leaders and we did our best. We tried to keep the letter relatively succinct while still focusing on the big problems in the game. And I think it was a pretty good letter. And of course I'm biased because I wrote it. So anyway, further, Lola did respond to the letter. She responded publicly on the forum. I am going to read her response, and I will also link to it in the description down below if you would like to see it for yourself. We appreciate your feedback and dedication to this game and community. We also appreciate your patience as we have worked to fix the issues mentioned above. Our team is working on update 2.19, which we anticipate will include a fix for Adventure Sync and the issue with opening spell energy gifts. We are also testing out a fix for the potion consumption issues. Working on these bug fixes is a priority for the team, and we look forward to providing further updates. Our community forum will continue to be the primary forum for sharing information about these items. We hear your feedback regarding event difficulty, and we'll discuss how we can make improvements moving forward. Thank you for all your passion and continued support. So there are a couple of key things to note in this response that are definitely a positive. In our letter, we asked for the developers to prioritize bug fixes over events and new features. Well, as we have seen in October, the first event of the month was a spotlight event. And at least for 2021, spotlight events have been added to the calendar when the developers are focused on bug fixes. So the fact that we had a spotlight event at the beginning of the month does mean that they are working on bug fixes. I also think it is safe to say, and this is not me like hinting around my NDA, this is just my personal logical conclusion from the rest of the October calendar. I believe that they are hoping to implement a new feature at the end of October. The text for the month included the word lethal, so that could be lethal adversaries, and data miners have found code indicating an event with lethal adversaries. But the fact that the rest of the October calendar has not been shared yet, I think is an indication that, again, they are prioritizing bug fixes over new events, over new content. The Wizards Unite team realizes that these bug fixes have to be done first, that we have to get this new update out first before whatever they have planned for the end of October. And maybe that means that the Halloween plans or the lethal adversary plans get postponed to November. Maybe it means they get canceled completely. I don't know. But I am looking at this as a positive sign that they did take our concern seriously, that we want bug fixes before new content. Another thing to consider in this is she specifically mentioned, we hear your feedback regarding event and difficulty, and we'll discuss how we can make improvements moving forward. I'm really hoping now that more people have spoken up about the challenges for disabled players to do great spell casts, that we might see a change going forward. Of course, in the ongoing Brilliant event, that is a requirement, so it has not changed yet, but this is the first public statement that we have had regarding that, and I hope that means that, at least for Brilliant events, we might see more reasonable tasks in the future. So, a few other things that I'm sorry I have to be vague about, but it does come from the NDA conversations that I've had, and I'm very limited in what I am legally allowed to say. So, what I will say in regards to Lola's response on the forum is that she wanted to put more in this response, but she was not allowed to do so, and she wanted the response to go out sooner. I'm pretty sure she decided to post when she did, because I reminded her that we had set the deadline for Wednesday, October 6th. And I said that if we didn't get a response by at least Thursday, October 7th, because, you know, grace period, right? This sounds like a threat, and that's not how I intended it. But the expectation from the community when we put out this open letter was that if we didn't get a response, we would organize future, possibly punitive action. And that would look like a community day boycott. So I'm really glad we got a response, because I don't want to boycott Community Day. I want to play on Community Day, or Community Days. It's going to be a 2-day event. So I do think that my reminder of the deadline did get Lola to go ahead and post before the deadline, but I think she wanted to wait until she was allowed to share more information. So I'm anticipating a subsequent post from Lola that will have more information once she is at liberty to say more. And I don't know what else she will say or would say. I just know that she wanted to say more. Again, I know I'm being vague, but this is all information that I got from NDA, and I'm probably not even supposed to say that much, but I think I'm being vague enough that I'll be okay. I realize that this response is not super adequate, that all of us would have liked more information. We would have liked to see concrete action. We would have liked to see a timeline for the update. we would like to see tasks change in this current grilling event. This is not the response that the Wizards Unite community wants, but it is a response. I already went over some of the positive aspects of this response, and I think we can be hopeful for more coming soon. So that is the current state of affairs in Wizards Unite. If you've seen some of my recent videos, then you also know that we have organized a fundraiser for the month of October for Dark Arts Month. I have to double check. We were having issues with Tiltify, and the International Relief Teams is the nonprofit that we have chosen to support. They had some tech issues with receiving donations. So we are working on that. I will hopefully have an updated link in the description down below. And some people have asked, like, what does a fundraiser have to do with bug fixes? And they're not really obviously connected. However, when we were voting on community actions to take and community actions to lead, to organize, we decided that doing some sort of positive action would be better than doing negative action. So any sort of boycott is negative action. Organizing a collective community fundraiser for a nonprofit that serves communities around the globe is a positive action that we can take. This is an opportunity to show the collective strength of the Wizards Unite community. And when the fundraiser ends at the end of the month, it's something that I am going to bring up to Lola, to the Wizards Unite team, just to say, hey, our community is awesome. Look at how much money we managed to raise for an important nonprofit that is doing critical work around the world for areas affected by poverty and natural disasters. That way they can see our strength in numbers without us having to use that strength to negatively impact the game. So that is why we're doing a fundraiser this month. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. So that is about all that I have for y'all today. I know that this video was a little different than what I usually do, but since today is the deadline that we set for a response to the letter, I also wanted to update all of you with the response that we got and hopefully what that response means. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more Wizards Unite content, subscribe to my channel. If you like really fun Wizards Unite content, check out my short. It's the only short that I have done. It took me a really long time to film, but it was so much fun. I had a blast. It's 11 seconds, so it is not going to take much time out of your day if you go watch it. But yeah, that's it. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, au revoir, witches.